Welcome back, everyone. Today is a bit weird. Normally, I do a quick intro that does a little bit of a play on words of the title of the movie that I'm reviewing. Well, today's movie is 1917, so that's a bit tough since it's numbers, but let's give this a try. Okay, here we go. Today I'm talking about 1917. Was it a 9 or was it a 7? And we all know 789. So let's find out. Welcome back, everybody, to Featured Films. My name is Joe, and again, today we're talking about 1917. This movie is set in World War One. It's starring Dean Charles Chapman, who's known for playing Tommen in Game of Thrones. He was in Blinded by the Light earlier this year, and he's also been a recurring character on Into the Badlands. We have George McKay, who's the lead in this movie. He's basically just been in small roles for years. His biggest role was back in 2003. He was in Peter Pan, and then we've got small roles played by big name actors. We've got Colin Firth, who you may know from the Kingsman series, King's Speech, and also the Bridget Jones series. Also, we've got Benedict Cumberbatch, who is most known for Doctor Strange, Sherlock, and also he was in Imitation Game. Now, this movie is just beautiful and gruesome and intense. It is, again, it's set during World War One in Europe, and it is brutal. As you've seen in the trailers, if you've seen it at all, basically our two leads, Dean Charles Chapman and George McKay, their characters are given orders that they have to get this retreat order to a different unit that is several miles away. And obviously being back, in 1917, there wasn't an easy means of communication, so they had to go by foot. And so they have to cross through all this they have to go through this territory that was basically controlled by the Germans, and all kinds of craziness happens. It's an incredible piece of cinematography. The director is incredible, does a great job. They do it all in third person in one take, so it follows the main characters of Dean Charles Chapman and George McKay's characters through the whole movie. It just follows them, and whenever they are looking at, it'll pan around to show that or whatever they're doing, but they're always in screen. It never cuts away to other people talking, which is definitely different and unique. I've heard some people say that it feels a lot like a video game, which it definitely kind of has that feel because of that one stagnant camera constantly following these characters. However, it's really nice. It kind of creates this connection and intimacy with the characters. But they just are going through. They run into German soldiers and are basically, from the moment the movie starts, kind of on the run, and it gets going pretty quick. You see a lot of stuff in this movie. They do not hold anything back. It is very visceral in the things that it shows. Definitely not something that most kids would want to see. I know some adults would have a tough time seeing it. Again, it shows dead people in all various different states of death, whether they're recently dead or if they got shot and lost a limb, or people that were like have been dead for a while and have been buried under rubble. You'll see body parts sticking out. You'll see mounds of bodies of just the dead that they've just kind of had stacked up. I mean, it is very rough. Again, not something kids or, even if you're like a little, you have a pretty easy stomach to get upset, this is not your movie. This is rough. But it's a gorgeous movie. It's an intense message. And if you're a fan of military movies, anything like that, it is definitely a go-to. Like, it is good. It's definitely going to win some awards. It's already won Golden Globe. It's been nominated for some Oscars, and I imagine it's going to do great. Again, just the amount of care and attention they put into this movie, it really is mind-boggling, but it is intense. It has this just way to just dig at you. I mean, it's not necessarily showing too much, but I mean, at times it will, show you the realities of war, and it, especially nowadays with so much going on in the world, it is very, very poignant. But I would definitely give it a watch. It's a very good movie. I would personally go see it in theaters. It's that good, but again, definitely not a typical like date night movie or anything. But yeah, just kind of know, if you can't see gruesome stuff on screen, this movie's not for you. But it really is beautiful whenever they're not showing the gruesome stuff, like the scenery and the way that everything is shot, the lighting, the music, everything is fantastic. Yeah, I definitely want to see it again. It's really good. Again, thank you all so much for subscribing, liking, sharing. I appreciate it all so much. Every little bit helps, especially now while I'm trying to grow and get everything going. So I appreciate it so much. If you haven't liked or commented or subscribed, please do. Every little bit helps. And again, thank you all. You all have a great day.